From now on, anyone can become an artist just like you. That's what my IT friend told me after sending me a reel with this VR headset. Oh, sorry, why would we bother with painting at all? Just take AI and combine it with this machine. You artists are cooked. That's what he said after sending me a reel with this wall printer. My name is Doke, I'm a muralist from Slovakia, and for the past year I have been testing AI and its capability to create beautiful art. Also, I own this VR headset, which I already tested for 2 real-life mural projects, and I have hands-on information on the wall printers and the way they work. All these tools went viral multiple times, so let's see whether they are worth the hype. Worth. I'm gonna start with the most recent game changer, VR with mixed reality. I have never seen this many artists getting the same product. When general public, such as my IT friend, sees this tool, they think, oh my god, everyone can paint now. These new technologies are making art so easy to do. No! All this tool does is that it projects your design on any kind of surface. It's the same thing as a projector. The advantages are that you can use it during a day, you don't need darkness. You can also use it in tight spaces, and you don't block the light from a projector with your body. Especially for muralists, this is huge. Amazing! My personal testing of this tool showed me that it works very well, but it's uncomfortable to have it on your head for extended periods of time. And it's not as precise as a projector. The projected design can move a little, which is usually not a big deal, but if you are painting a portrait, for example, I mean, you would notice if my nose is 1 centimeter that way. So there are some limits, but overall, this is an amazing tool and I will bring it to all my future mural projects. Is this going to make newbies paint masterpieces? No. The problem with these tools, with VR but also a projector, is that they are making you less magical in the eyes of public. When people see an amazing big mural in the street, they think, wow, how? How did they do that? I could never. You use a doodle grid? The magic is still there. It might be even bigger because they don't understand it at all. I didn't. But when they see these high-tech tools, the magic is suddenly crushed. They think, oh yeah, he has a VR on his head, it's gonna do everything for him. Which is not true at all. However, why would we bother with painting at all when we have wall printers? A machine that can print any kind of design perfectly and fast. My opinion on this tool might be a bit of a hot take, but I do believe that the creation of these wall printers basically just equalized the world of traditional canvas artists and mural artists. Canvas or paper printers have been around for ages, and they did these 2 things. Allowed artists to sell more work because they could print their original paintings. Nice, huh? Well, they also took a lot of painting jobs. Before printers, when you saw a painting on a wall, you knew it's hand-painted, so it's valuable. These days, you need to come real close to a painting to see whether it's an original or not. The very same thing is happening now in the mural world. These robots, I can already see it, are taking jobs from muralists. I know that because this job you see right here being painted by a wall printer. I got an inquiry to paint this map. And yesterday I saw that this job went to a wall printer, in this case operated by a professional muralist. But when you look at the design, it all makes sense. I mean, painting this by hand is not only impossible, it would also take forever. There are companies that buy these wall printers, and for example, hotels hire them to paint a huge amount of artworks in their rooms. It kinda makes sense. Hotels don't buy original paintings for their rooms. They buy prints, cheaper alternative. But how cheap these printed murals really are. For example, this company that sells printed murals says, we make murals accessible for hospitals and schools. One of the producers of these machines has an online calculator on their website, which allows you to calculate how fast you can pay off your expensive wall printer. If you charge your customers this amount of money, there is a range, and this range starts at 100 euros per square meter, which is not exactly cheap, and it only starts at this number. This comment from another wall printing company confirms this price range. I kinda know the prices in the commissioned world because I paint commissioned murals, and 100 euros per square meter, I mean, there are cases where this could be cheaper than a human muralist, but there's also plenty of cases where humans are actually cheaper. Yes, this printer can print whatever the hell you want in whatever detail level you want, which not all humans can do, but making murals accessible? Come on. Anyways, these companies exist, they operate. So are all the muralists cooked? No, there is a catch. These machines, they have limits. They are very expensive. Cheap Chinese ones start around 10K. Oh, sorry, incorrect. I actually found one for 300 bucks on AliExpress. I'm sure the quality will be superior. But when you look at the ones in Europe and consider that you also need to get a training to know how this thing works, you are getting to 49,000 euros, not counting with the colors and possible repairs. And there will be repairs. The hands-on information I have, these machines, they break down. This is a complex machine. I'm sure you had problems with your goddamn home printer. Another limit, they can't paint on all kinds of surfaces, although they are very, very flexible. What's not flexible are corners. These machines, they cannot print from corner to corner. That's why you many times see this billboard look with these printers. So what is the effect of wall printers? Why are they making people mad? Well, because they are making mural painting less special, and they offer an opportunity for people who have nothing to do with art to sell murals. When you check comments of videos with wall printers, you usually see, okay, fine, it's basically the same thing as a wallpaper, but make sure that you hire a real artist for the design. Yeah, real artist, huh? This actually very beautifully brings us to the third tool I tested, AI-generated art. Just imagine that the company with a wall printer uses AI for the design creation. No artist needed. For me personally, AI is very exciting. That's why I have been testing it pretty heavily for the past year. Disclaimer, I am fully aware of all the ethical problems with training of the AI models, but I'm not going to discuss them in this video. There are multiple ways you can use AI to create art. The basic one is generating reference pictures, real life references. Let's say you need a picture of a hockey player in an action pose. Boom! In 15 seconds you have 20 of them. The problem? Most of them suck. The anatomy is kinda weird. There are flaws, most of the time. My favorite workflow, when I have a shitty reference, I feed it to AI and I say, bring more details in, make the resolution higher, adjust the light. Does it work? To some extent, yes. But why would you bother with generating references when you can generate art right away? There are two ways of generating AI art, the newbie way and the pro way. The newbie way is writing a prompt like, amazing painting of a tiger. Boom! Beautiful. Let's try this. Let's say I give ChatGPT a wall and I ask it for a mural design. Let's say for a basketball club. Ta-da! Not bad, huh? But let's say I want it in a more illustrated style. Ain't bad, huh? The problem is that anyone can do this in seconds. And by writing these basic prompts, you usually get a very generic look. Artists can see that. Like, I saw this billboard and I was like, ChatGPT! These generic designs are not gonna impress anyone from the artistic world, yet they are being used. A lot of viral posts on Instagram are made with this exact method. Big creators like Alex Hormozy use these designs, but you want to create special look, right? In order to do that, you will need to use AI in the pro mode. This is what I mean. This artist creates artworks with custom AI models trained on his own art. So he always was a pro artist, and he's just trying to leverage the power of these AI models. You can see that his creations are consistent and original. Now, how do you achieve this? Well, you sign up for a website that allows you to create your own models. For example, OpenArt. Then you feed your own model with 5 to 50 artworks with your desired style, and you let AI do its thing. Your own model means that AI has been trained on your art, your textures, your brush strokes, your color palettes. This is exciting, but it's not as easy as you think to do this. It takes hours, days, maybe even weeks to get exactly what you want. I was not able to do this. I got a cool image here and there, but consistency? No. So I tried different methods. Prompt engineering. You write long, very detailed prompts to get exactly what you want. This is boring as hell.
Welcome back to the joy of AI painting. Today we won't need our brushes or our oil paints. We'll just need some inspired prompts for our generative AI software. What about a painting of a billowing canyon in a barren desert with a storm cloud hanging low in the distance?
But to be completely honest, it makes you think about what exactly you want to achieve, which might be actually beneficial for your artistic development. But yet again, cool renders here and there, but consistency in one style, nope. There is one more easy option. You go to ChatGPT, you upload pictures of your desired style, then you pick a certain topic and you ask it to paint that topic in that style. Does it work? Well, at first when you see the image, you say, yeah, cool, but then you look closer and, oh yeah, no, it's crap. I try to use AI to speed up my workflow. For example, I make a sketch with hand because AI sketches suck. And then I decide what kind of colors and the rendering style I want to use. Can AI achieve what I would achieve in multiple hours of work? Yes, it can. Amazing. No. This is what AI gave me, and this is an actual painting that I made by hand. They are kind of the same, but at the same time, they are not same at all. I tried multiple variations of doing this, and almost always I ended up with a feeling that I did not get what I wanted and I just wasted a ton of time. Does this mean that AI is useless? No. You just can't expect AI to do it all for you. It can be a great tool for exploring ideas, testing color schemes, getting inspired, even getting guidance and feedback. If you go to ChatGPT and you upload your artwork, it will give you a solid feedback which can be priceless almost. Because it will tell you the things you are not seeing. It is actually good. But other than that, inspiration, testing, yes. Getting actual tasks done, no. Here's the harsh reality. Let's wrap this up. These tools make people think that anyone can be an artist now, that it's easy, that you can skip years of training, which is extremely annoying. Physical, hand-painted art has an edge here. It always had in comparison with a digital art. And right now, it might be even stronger. However, tools such as VR might damage this effect. If art is your hobby, I say do whatever the hell you want, but be careful. I believe AI can help you have more fun. If used right, it can even speed up your learning process. But it can also crush it. overwhelm you with never-ending options and destroy your motivation to learn. If you want to make a living out of art, AI is already taking many jobs in the art industry, especially the service-based art. The art where the artistic name doesn't really matter and the design doesn't need to have a top-tier quality. You want to sell art? You want to sell prints? Go to Etsy. It's flooded with AI shit. AI designs. Art, whatever. Now, what does this mean? What matters these days? It's you. It's actually you. People like people. It's your story, your mission, but mainly your marketing. Before AI, there were brilliant painters who couldn't sell a single painting. And then there was Joe, who painted mediocre paintings, but he knew how to sell them. And he made a fortune. This is still true. And all of these great viral tools, they don't really change that. All right, this was very philosophical. You guys, you let me know in the comments. What do you think? And I'll see you in the next one.